Hi there, we're back with yet another episode of Jana Eats, gluten and casein-free food for those people in your family and your loved ones that are touched with food allergies, perhaps autism, autoimmune issues, whatever the heck it is, and you can make this food for everybody. It's not just for those that have a little challenge. So I found some of these baby taters, these little spuds, and I love these little potatoes. They're all different colors and they're super delicious. So I heavily salted some water to boil these in, and when you think you've got enough salt in that water, add some more. You want it salty like the ocean because it really imparts a beautiful flavor to things like potatoes and pasta. So anyway, so I'm going to take, so I cooked these and I just threw them in boiling salted water and they cooked. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the heel of my hand and I'm going to smash them just like that. So I'm going to go through and smash these spuds, and then we're going to toss them with oil and salt and a little herb de Provence. Now that's the flavor profile I chose, but you could do this with garlic. You could do it with rosemary. Any kind of herb that lends itself to a delicious potatoey goodness. And the reason why we're smashing these is because when I coat them in oil, they're going to have more surface area to crisp up. And we're going to put them in a pretty hot oven, about 450, for 20 minutes or so until they're nice and crispy and golden delicious. These are so good. Oh, and something else I've done too when I've cooked these potatoes is I have into the water a half a cup of white vinegar or apple cider. Sometimes white vinegar is made from wheat, so be careful, right? So I would do cider, but you can do a half cup to a cup of cider vinegar into the water, and it kind of does that like vinegar fish and chips delicious, you know? Do you like vinegar on your French fries? Because I do, and it just gives it another layer of flavor. I'm going to move this bowl closer. So, and then I'm going to do this with avocado oil. Avocado oil is a great oil to cook with. It's got a high smoke point. It's not full of things that are going to hurt you, like canola oil. It's not a good idea, especially if it's not organic, because it's sprayed with a bunch of pesticides. It's one of the most pesticide-laden crops in the world is canola. Like, who knew? Rapeseed. So I'm going to sprinkle a little of this really nice. Oh, this is Paunch Foreign. What the hell? Oh, I'm going to toss this with fennel seed, nigella, fenugreek, cumin, and brown mustard seed. I think Hillary got this in England. So if you can't find that, you can do herbs de Provence. I lied. And then I generously salt it. See, this, as you can tell, this show is unscripted, just like your lives, people. Just like your lives. When you get thrown a little curveball, just punt. Just go with it, right? It's not that big a deal, especially with food. You can just, so these are coated, I like this stuff. Never heard of it. Oh, I got a little hit of fennel and fenugreek. Okay, so we're going to spread these out evenly. Oh, that's really a delicious little spice mix. Hilly, you got that in England?
I did.
Nice. Nice. Oh, it's quite tasty. Okay, so we're going to pop these in the oven, and I'll be back to show you the crisp, delicious, salty little treat. It's a great side for any kind of protein or anything, really. So we'll be back and show you the finished product. The little spuds are out of the oven. Sometimes I'll flip them through the course of their cooking. These took 25 minutes at 450, so you can figure that. But about 10 minutes into it, like sometimes I'll flip them over because sometimes they get browner on the cookie sheet side. So anyway, and look at the ease, look at this parchment work. You pick it up, right? And you put them in the bowl. Throw some on the floor just for the jog. Maybe you have an infant crawling around, whatever. Anyway, so it's a beautiful bowl of perfectly crisped smashed potatoes with whatever that heck spice mix is from London. But it's really good. Anyway, come back, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in. And we'll be back next week with another delicious episode of Jana Eats, gluten and casein-free cooking. Thanks for tuning in.